A few people have asked me, where does the term Tetradian come from? Well, it's actually something we developed originally at Australia Post when we were struggling to get people to think of architecture as more than just the IT. What we said, and this is a little, really simple little tool, it's a little pyramid, or the paper version of it before it gets cut out, looks like this. We've got 4 distinct dimensions, or 4 types of assets, or categories of assets, if you like. We said that any process could be implemented by any appropriate combination of people, machines and IT, and often they had to be substitutable. For example, in emergency, we might have to replace all the IT with people. In a lot of environments, we try to replace the people by machine-based processes or IT-based processes. So we needed to understand what was going on, or how to describe the differences. We came up with what we called 4 asset dimensions, which are physical stuff, a thing like this. Data, or the virtual dimension, which is data, information. If I give you information, I still have it. If I give you a physical thing, I no longer have it. There's a fundamental difference there. There's then the relational aspect, which is a link between people. It's a real asset, but we have to be very careful not to confuse the asset, which only exists between people, and information about that asset, which is what we hold in a CRM system. They're not the same. The other one is what we might call aspirational, or purpose. It's things like brands. It's things like the story that underpins an enterprise. So the things which people connect to it is a between a person and something abstract. And it can be dropped at either end. Now, in a whole enterprise, all 4 of these dimensions are essential. It's not just about data. So one of the things that this does is it gives us a physical, tangible checklist. For example, when people focus essentially on production, they think in terms of the technology, the machines, and the information. But what they tend to forget is the purpose, the business. IT folks often will focus entirely on the business. Where are we? On the business, the machines, and the information. What they'll tend to forget is the people. So this helps us remember that there are 4 distinct dimensions. Another one is that if we place 2 of them together and over-focus on 2 of them, it tends to put the other 2 in opposition. So for example, here we've got information and machines, the classic IT perspective, where they tend to put in opposition the people side and the business side. So we have fights about IT trying to drive the business and forgetting about all of the people. So it's a useful way of looking at it. Any 2 will put the other 2 in opposition. We need any 3, we tend to forget the one that's in the middle, the one that's on the other side. So we rotate the attention through. Tetradian, 4 dimensions. We compacted that down to Tetradian. So that's what the Tetradian is and where it came from. It's about 4 distinct assets: physical, virtual, relational and aspirational.